Believe it or not, and I know when I say this, many of you are going to go, what? What are you talking about? But believe it or not, if you have struggled with stammering or stuttering, you have an amazing gift. You have an amazing gift. My name is Michael Williams, and I'm going to share with you in just a few minutes why stuttering and stammering can be one of the most amazing gifts you've ever been given. I want you to look at stuttering, stammering, I'm just going to use the word stuttering, as a gift that needs to be unpacked and unwrapped. So stuttering and all the things that go along with the stuttering mindset, as well as the physiological aspect of can't get the words out, so forth and so on. I want you to look at it like it's a gift and it's wrapped in this heavy crate that you've been carrying with you your whole life, and it's been slowing you down. Doesn't mean that you're not successful. Many of my clients are very successful. They're millionaires, they're business owners, they're doctors, they're PhDs, they're engineers, right? They're already successful. But they know that they could be even more successful. They could be even happier, more at peace, right? More confident if they didn't have to lug around this huge weight of stuttering. But here's the thing. When you look at it like it's a gift, and maybe you hadn't looked at it like that's a gift, that you just have to stop, take some time, turn around, uncrate it, take it out of that crate. Wow, it's wrapped. It's gift wrapped. And you start to unwrap it. So you unpacked it. Now you're going to unwrap this gift. And when you have this gift, I want you to look at it like a superpower, right? You take out, and it's this costume, right? And you put on the costume, and now, whew, man, you feel great. And now you're able to go further and faster and jump higher, and you're stronger because you have this new superpower. So what are you talking about, Michael? Well, because you struggle with your speech, you actually have to give some attention to working on your speech and your confidence, your mindset, and all that stuff. And these are things that other people take for granted, right? They don't really have to think about this. They don't have to work on. People work on their speech, obviously, right? Because they know that if they're excellent communicators, excellent speakers, they're able to be more persuasive, more influential, they're able to get better jobs, and so forth and so on. So they work on their speech. But there are other people who don't do that, and they're average speakers or below average speakers, right? Because they don't really care. Well, you have to care, right? You have to work on your speech. The Pro-90 speech system teaches you the same skills that excellent speakers use. Now, I'm not saying that I'm the best speaker in the world. I don't think I am the best speaker in the world. I know there are people out there who are way better than me. But the one thing I do know is that I use many, if not most, if not all, of the skills that amazing speakers use, right? That great speakers use, and people use them to varying levels and degrees. So just a couple of examples: modulating or inflecting your voice, body language, facial expressions, right? Articulating, varying the speed and rhythm, different things like that. So you're going to learn those skills. I teach those skills and coach those skills into my coaching clients, with my coaching clients, to my coaching clients. We work on those skills. And many of them become above average speakers. Why? Because they had to work on their speech. But not only do they become above average speakers, they develop this superpower. When you're able to speak well and people listen to you, you're able to influence people. You're able to have a greater impact on them. So if you think about this on a more global level, when you level up your speech, your ability to communicate well, and you present yourself with greater presence and power and confidence, you're able to influence people. You're able to influence the outcomes of things, right? And that's a very, very powerful ability to have, because you can influence lives. So there are people out there who need to be touched. They need to be influenced by you in a positive way. They're waiting for you. You have your own unique perspective, your own unique experiences. You have a calling on your life. There's certain things that only you can do. And your ability to speak well will allow you, will open up the pathway for you to do those things a lot easier, a lot better, to reach a lot more people. Does that make sense? So this weight that you've been carrying around that may have been slowing you down, now once you unpack it and unwrap it, it becomes a superpower that actually can accelerate you ahead of the average person. Why? Because you've had to work on your speech. You've had to work on your character. You've had to become more empathetic, more sympathetic. You've had to become more focused, right? More persistent. You've had to persevere. You've had to develop greater confidence. You've had to learn how to relax and slow down. You've had to learn how to speak well. All of these things are assets. So whereas your speech used to be a liability, now it's one of your greatest assets. It becomes your superpower. Does all of that make sense? So do you see why changing your perspective, remember I talked about that in one of the other videos, that sometimes it takes someone else to help us see things from a different way. You don't want to see stuttering as a burden, as something that's dragging, it's holding you down, it's a disability, you want to see it as something that, you know what, I have an opportunity here. I have a gift that it's going to take some effort, it's going to take some time to unpack it and unwrap it. That's the process, the journey that you have to go. But once it's unpacked and unwrapped, wow, now I've got a huge, very, very valuable asset. Okay, there are billions of people out there who don't stutter, but they're not excellent speakers, right? You have the ability right now, with the right training and the right coaching, right, to become an amazing speaker, an awesome speaker, an excellent speaker. Many of my clients have gone on to win contests, to get better jobs, like jobs making 2 and 3 times what they were making. I'm not exaggerating the least bit. So I want to help you take your speech to the next level as quickly as humanly possible. So I want to invite you to go ahead, schedule a personal conversation, a personal and private conversation with me. Let's take a look at where you are now, where you want to get, and how quickly we can get you there by working with me one-on-one. Thank you so much. My name is Michael Williams. I look forward to talking with you personally and privately about your speech. We'll see you soon.